Hello, friends. My name is Ismail Shahtakhtinski. I'm the principal immigration attorney at ISLAW firm. I've been practicing immigration law for 16 plus years. I'm a member of American Immigration Lawyers Association, and I represent immigrants on a daily basis. I wanted to comment on the recent Gallup poll about the state of immigration in the United States and what U.S. population, United States population, people think about immigrants in the United States. The Gallup poll shows that currently significant percentage of Republicans, conservatives, are disfavoring immigration in the United States, and some interpret it as disliking immigrants, which I believe is wrong interpretation. And it also shows that increasing number of Democrats now disfavor immigration in the United States, and they want less immigration and so on, which is again interpreted as Democrats also disliking immigrants. So my comment on this is that that's wrong interpretation. That's pessimistic interpretation, because the way to look at this is that first I want to add that I myself also disfavor the state of the immigration procedures and laws in the United States. That's why we need the reform, and I'll tell you more about this. But I think the interpretation is wrong that Republicans don't like immigrants, Democrats like, but they also started disliking immigrants and so on. That's just too childish and too personal. When Republicans use the word immigrants, they don't mean an individual person. No matter how much the far left would like to portray it that way, that all Republicans hate immigrants. It's the notion of immigrants. It's a notion of who becomes an immigrant and how they become immigrant. The procedures, the immigration procedures currently in this day and age, they're very significantly outdated. The laws, immigration laws, are illogical. They don't make sense. The border processing, it has been mishandled and is being mishandled to this day. I mean, I'm an immigration lawyer, and my goal is to promote immigrant rights and to make sure that U.S. is more welcoming to immigrants. But I'm concerned about the state of the southern border at this time. I can tell that pretty much anyone with any kind of record or who they are, whether they're Russian spy or not, almost everyone can just simply, easily, with not much questioning, enter the United States at this time. And then, but yes, they do get invited to immigration court for immigration court hearings, but there is not much enforcement. So our borders are not properly enforced. And part of it is because of the flow of the immigrants into the United States, and this is happening because of the illogical restrictions on immigration into the United States. We have officers, for example, sitting in the consulates who are, have unlimited power to grant or deny visas based on somebody's gut feeling. Some officers at the consulates are exercising the dream of many people who want to be guessers of somebody's thoughts or mind readers, and then they think somebody. We see perfectly eligible applicants are being denied, and some applicants for visas who should have been denied being granted visas. And this happens so often, and there is no unlimited power that these officers have. What I'm just bringing it as an example. Those people who are denied entry or visit to the U.S., or they're unable to join these extreme, unreasonable, ridiculous backlogs. Like if you are a U.S. citizen and you want to bring your child, a minor child, in the United States. I have a client who has been waiting for 3 years to bring his child into the United States because of the loophole. The child didn't qualify for citizenship immediately. But for 3 years, this individual has a child who lives in, I believe it's in Egypt, and this person is unable to bring that child, and there is no system to bring that 2-year-old child now, or 3-year-old, because that child was newly born when we started the process, to bring him in. When you look at these ridiculous laws and loopholes in the immigration laws, of course people dislike immigration. Of course Democrats and Republicans and conservatives and liberals should like. I would be really surprised if anybody said, yes, we like immigrants, that we're happy with immigration in the United States. So, when you read this Gallup poll, my recommendation is don't, first of all, don't take it personal if you're an immigrant. Nobody dislikes immigrants here in the United States. I have lots of conservative friends. I have friends from deep South that I, go into doing outdoor activities and so on. And I can vouch for you that there is no personal dislike towards immigrants. But, the immigration system. So when you read this, you should interpret this as a unhappiness with the current immigration system, with the way things are being processed. One administration comes into power and they're talking about building walls, which didn't work and wouldn't work. The second one comes in and says, let's just open the gates and let everybody in, because we don't have enough resources to verify and check everyone. So yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to say, is that it shouldn't be misinterpreted as disfavoring immigrants as individuals, but it's disfavoring the immigration system in the United States. And I'm glad that Democrats are realizing that too, and it's growing too, because if we have more understanding that our immigration system is broke, then maybe the Congress is eventually going to do something about it, and they will reform and change those outdated laws and close the loopholes and make it more welcoming and easier. I heard the news today as I was reading that United States and Mexico are now trying to sign a treaty, or they're almost about to sign a treaty to do this guest worker visa with Mexico and the United States, where it will be much easier for the workers to come and work here and do vice versa in Mexico. So those are the things that need to be done. And once it's done, then next polls we will see will change the opinion about immigrants, not as individuals, as I said, is the notion of immigrants in the United States. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe to our channel and press like. Thank you.